Okay, thank you for joining us again today on Coffee With. Wanda had no idea it was going to turn into 3 episodes.
I did not. I said, what are we going to talk about?
But I'm back with Wanda Cook in her sewing studio, and she's been telling us in the 2 previous episodes about the memory quilts and the t-shirt quilts that she's doing. And I show up today, and no surprise, you've started something else.
I've started
and they're really neat looking, so let's look and see what you're doing
All
now.
right. Well, I have a new grandbaby, so I wanted to make a rag quilt. So
And what's a rag quilt?
a rag quilt is when the more you use it,
your seams are not hidden.
Your
seams are on the outside instead of the inside.
Right, and every time you wash it, it'll get a little more raggedy, as they say. So
show them the seams. You sew it together and then you clip it.
Right, you clip it. It takes a little while to clip every one of those. And on the back, of course, it's plain,
Yep.
And I've had people, even on Facebook, and people have asked me, well, will you do a rag quilt? Well, I don't know why not. And I did this one years and years and years ago when I first started, just to experiment. See, it's a real tiny thing.
But a lot of times people will do rag quilts in flannel because flannel ravels well and it's really soft and comfortable. Exactly. And
but anyway, so what I wanted to do is to sit down and figure out. This is the size that I'm doing with the lap quilts. So what I'm doing is I always do an experimental quilt to see how much fabric that I need. So in the future, maybe in a week or 2, I'll have this one done and I have written down everything that I need. So whoever wants a rag quilt, I can let them know how much fabric they need to get, and then I can do that. So
it looks great.
So I'm excited about. Well, I never thought it would come into this, and people are so excited. And I know it takes time to get things together, but with the rag quilt, all they got to do is go to the, Hobby Lobby or somewhere in Jackson and get the fabric that they want. They can even order it online, and, if they know they got a baby shower in 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, and if people have any trouble picking out fabric, I'll go help them
that's
for
right.
you. Because I love fabric.
That's right.
I love fabric.
I can remember when I first started quilting, it was just something about the fabric. You get it and you go, fabric.
Fabric. So one thing about the rag quilt that's a little bit different from other quilts, aside from the fact that your seams are on the outside and you see them, you don't hide them, you parade them out there, is most of these rag quilts, and you were doing this one in that fashion, are what we consider quilt as you go.
Exactly.
So why don't you show people what that means?
Okay, like right here, I've got them all laid out. And on this one right here, here's the top. There's the middle.
That's the batting.
And there's the back. So what you do on these, and it's called quilt as you go because you're making what we'll do on the rag quilt, and I've already done it on this one.
Because you've already quilted it.
I've already quilted it. Now, when I get real good at it, what I might do is, you can do a heart in here if you want to. You can do it any way you want to. But
you
right
can
now,
go around,
you can go just around.
Do that, free motion quilting stuff I keep telling you
I
about.
know, yeah.
But, so normally you would make the whole quilt top, just like you showed us on the t-shirt quilt, roll the batting out, put the backing on, quilt it, bind it. But on this, when you finish the quilt, when you finish doing your seams, you're done.
Right, exactly.
You don't have to bind it.
Right.
It's self-binding.
Like on this one, see this is, see how it's like this, and it's got the X.
And you quilted it before you did that, right?
It's got,
so you don't have to bind it.
Right.
And when you finish sewing all these together, you're done.
It will be done,
Yeah.
And it's a lightweight quilt, and it's just perfect for sitting in the recliner while you're watching TV. You remember holding the baby?
I did one a number of years ago that were made out of jelly rolls. I did
a
rag quilt, and we didn't put any batting in it.
Oh, you didn't?
And I'm always cold, so we called that my summer quilt.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. And that's another good point. You can also do the rag quilts all, going this way.
Yeah.
are all going this way.
I mean, really, as
It's
whatever
however-
your imagination.
And when I
can-
get it together, I'll have the option, how do you want the rag quilt done? So, and I don't know if you noticed it, Robin, but I have elephants on that
I did
one.
notice
Yeah,
that.
did you notice that?
Yeah,
I like
you
elephants.
love elephants.
Yeah.
I noticed that when you posted it on Facebook. So if you want a rag quilt, give Wanda another, few weeks, and then she'll be in the rag quilt business.
And thank you for the ones that have already told me that they're getting their stuff together. Like I said, I want this to be a hobby. I am retired now, and I am so looking forward to this. So, in a couple of 2 a week is what I hope for.
Yeah.
That's what would be my goal, is 2 a week. But, when it gets closer to Christmas and that's what you want to do, you need to go ahead and get it ahead of time, because you want to make sure that you got
Okay,
it.
so how do you want people to get in touch with you? I know they can find you on Facebook.
On Facebook right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they can message me.
Okay.
And like I said, any of this kind of stuff I do public. I have a private Facebook page, but when I do stuff about this, it is public. So.
Yeah, and then if somebody wants to comment
Share it.
here, they can, and I'll tag you on it.
Yeah, and they can
so
share
you'll
it.
see it, and it's not hard to track you down.
No, and I am meeting on Mondays at a certain place. And it looks like I may be doing it every other. It just depends on how many I get on a Monday, because I got to be able to do them. So right now, I had 4 last Monday, so I didn't meet today, which is on a Monday, because I still had things to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, get. You can keep your stuff, and when I post it, then you can meet.
Yeah.
Meet with me. So.
Okay. Well, thank you, Wanda. Everything looks lovely.
Thank you, Robin.
Happy retirement.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll get to hunt together this year.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Bye.
Bye.